Hello, this is Faranine here. It's been a long time since I've made a video, but I've finally found something worth making a video on. Um, Pardon me if I cough too much throughout this video. I've been having a little trouble with my spring allergies here, but that's not what you came here for. What you came here for is we're getting our first look at Monster Hunter World Iceborn. Yeah, they brought a beta to the PS4 already for the release, which is in September, and is honestly the only game release I have really been looking forward to all year. And that's not to criticize other games, I love games, I have way too many of them, but a long time ago, I was introduced to Monster Hunter on Monster Hunter 3, and it was one of the first in-depth games I was able to play that really felt different. And then Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate was my bread and butter go-to with friends. So I am a huge fan of the series. Monster Hunter Generations, it was a good game. It wasn't, in my opinion, as good as the others, but it was a good game. And I honestly went back and had to get my hands on Monster Hunter 2. And just playing through and looking at the advancements through the series has been absolutely amazing. Now, what's incredible is they brought us World, and I think one of our biggest issues in World was it didn't really have enough monsters. If you've played old, variation in the fights is really the primary draw that brings us back over and over and over. So, a lot of fan favorites. Nah, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been reading the rest of this because they could ask for just about anything short of my soul, and I would pay it to play this game. But I'm going to read this because I gotta see if it adds any details I've missed, see if there's any information on monsters that I've missed. But first, can we admire these little creatures off to the side there? I want to call that like a cross between a snow squirrel and a fennec fox. Just general idea, but that thing is adorable, and the rendering on that is so much detail. I'm not a huge graphics crazy guy. Gameplay is way more important to me than graphics, but I want one of those as a pet. Now, let's get into this. 3 quests. Monsters from the actual game, of course. Groups of up to 4. I'm going to try and keep it solo. New features in Iceborn, such as the Clutch Claw, new weapon actions, new bowgun customization. I actually hadn't heard about that yet. And view mode, had heard about that. Which allows you to take screenshots. Oh, that changes everything. I wasn't thinking about that fully when I first heard about it, but that's just gonna change everything. There's gonna be suicide. I'm probably gonna be a suicide runner. That my main goal is to be the epic pictures. I'll play solo to be nice to people, but I gotta do that. During the beta period, you can play as many times as you wish. By clearing each of the 3 quests, you will receive an item set that features handy vouchers, healing items, max potions. Cool. Iceborn is required. Completion data is stored on a server. Okay, I am not going to be able to get the rewards then because I won't be buying Iceborn most likely on my PS4. I primarily, and I know this is a crime, play on my Xbox because all of my friends are on Xbox, and therefore it's just one of those things where I'm more of a social gamer. Not as big, it's only played online. There's no offline feature. Is work in progress. Yes, I've already been warned that the T-Rex hitboxes are a little over the top. Play movie. Okay. So, honestly, I'm thinking I'm going to start with the sword and shield. A lot of people are talking about how, with the use of the slinger with every weapon, you're going to be missing out on that. But I'm thinking, honestly, playing through World, sword and shield has taken over as the mounting god weapon. If you've really played, you know that you can mount in a fraction of the time with sword and shield that you can with glaive. Glaive is more now the evasive weapon. So, I'm kind of looking forward to that. Having played primarily through 4 Ultimate as the game that set things apart for me, the one I really dove in deep, I'm thinking that's going to be my main concern, is replicating my thrill at the new experience in that. Oh, come on. I'm Faranine. You already know this game. Now, let's see what's going on. Ooh! Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know that much about DBZ, but I did play one of the old games. I have to take the Majin Cat. And, we're actually gonna give him a really unique name. I've never used this name in a game before, but I was absolutely obsessed with Dragon Ball Z when I was playing through the one game, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2, which, if any of you have played, you know it is one of the best fighting games ever created. And young old me had fused Goku's and his 2 kids there, Gohan and Goten there. I just kind of took that and smashed them together. It's just a phase I was going through, and came up with Kakon 10. That was going to be the first name of my child, but like I said, I was a kid and this was crazy. Now, what I'm really getting into here. This is going to be tough. I really want to see the Banbaro as the new monster. And I really want to fight the Tigrex again. But I've got to do justice as someone that plays so many games. I'm not really a known gamer. Friends, what's up? So we're going to start with the Jagras. We're just going to do these 3 quests in order. And yeah. But I am not starting with a Switch X. Don't get me wrong, I love the Switch X as a weapon. I really do. But, as I said, we are starting... Whoa. Hold up. Okay, so, looks like most of the weapon designs are still that. This is the one thing I'm not liking the looks of, is a lot of us were complaining about this. One of the great things about the older games is just being able to customize things yourself, to give yourself your own unique appearance. And part of that was all the weapons you could choose that had completely different looks. The sax, this is good, but most of the weapons are still more or less the same. Hey, Palico, what did they give me for you? I got to get you in a cute little outfit here. I'm liking that. I like the looks of the armor on the cats, I really do. I know a lot of people prefer to make them the fancier pet, but I like to go for something I think would actually, you know, fight alongside you. While grappling a monster's head, Change course in addition to softening their hide. Stones, paratoads.
We've received eyewitness reports of our target, the great jaguars, roaming around these parts. So let's get right to it. Open up your map. This here is our current location. After a feast, the great jaguar can be found waddling back to its nest, scraping its big belly along the ground. Try heading over to this area here and search for any clues it may have left behind. Once you've tracked it down, go and put a 3-star hurtin' on it. Oh, and one more thing. You're being timed.
Ah, crud. How much is the timer? That's not enough to mess around.
The sword and shield is a close-range weapon set that focuses on agility and dodging and is great for beginners.
Ooh,
Got some new combos for each weapon at your disposal now, so make sure to check your hunter notes. You can use the slinger with your weapon drawn. Look for the perfect moment, then fire.
Wanna know how I did that before? That's how. Pressing triangle in the middle of that. I'm liking that new attack. If that can launch you into the... It's a leaping attack. If that can launch you into the air, then we're talking.
You need to load the slinger with some ammo. See anything useful lying around?
Can you grapple little monsters?
The scout flies have found something. Go get a closer look.
Okay, you can damage them, but you can't pull into them. That's unfortunate. Unless it's missing something. No. Okay. Oh yeah, scout flies.
Great! The scout flies have locked onto the scent of the monster. Be on the lookout for more tracks or traces.
I can't tell if it's just PS4 versus Xbox, or if it's Iceborn versus regular
The
world.
scout flies have picked up the monster's trail.
But honestly, things
Follow
look
the
a
green light
little
they
more
leave behind.
vibrant, like a little fresher. So I'm thinking they might have done a little graphics overhaul, which isn't the biggest thing, but it's pretty neat. I mean, it's already a beautiful game, so it could just be, you know, playing on a different system. It could just be me not being as observant usually because I'm busy fighting monsters, but I just thought I'd make note of it. Oh, I wonder.
If you follow the scout flies to your target, you'll locate it in no time. You're less likely to lose sight of a monster if you use the focus camera. Okay, you know what you have to do. Get in there and do your stuff. The scout flies will hide once the fight breaks out. Don't forget that.
Okay.
Hey, these shrubs look like the perfect place to hide. Land your claw on a monster to grapple to it.
Okay. Using O to do that is going to take a little getting used to.
It dropped some slinger ammo.
How fast can you grapple?
This should work as slinger ammo. You can use it to hit things that are far away. That's a piercing shot, a powerful type of slinger ammo. It makes it easier to target.
Oh my goodness, this is broken. This is broken.
The spot you hit has been softened up.
Is this just endless? There's no limit to it? Can you fire your slinger? If you can fire your slinger while grappling, then... Holy crap. Oh my goodness. Y'all saw that, right? Because... We know that's overpowered. I'm sorry, Capcom. I love that you're trying to make the fight more epic, but that's just going to make so many fights cheesable. Like, I'm not even... I could be mistaken, but I'm not feeling that afraid of fighting Tigrex, which is one of my worst fights. If every time it charges me, I can just dodge roll out of the side and then grapple on and start spamming triangle into his head. Now's my chance to try out that new attack.
Now's your chance to get in there and tear it up.
So, back, pressure, triangle. Okay. It's not that powerful on its own, but it's got a nice combo. And I honestly feel like
it's better to hold off on your
that might actually be better than just a slam.
Oh boy, that monster's really mad now. Be ready for some
just kill them
vicious
too
attacks.
fast. That's
Never underestimate an angry monster.
ah.
Keep your distance and watch
Okay,
for
that's
cycle.
better. But
Your weapon
back
is
for
losing
more.
its sharpness. Create some distance and then use a whetstone.
Ah. I'm using sword and shield. Okay, that I love. Being able to dodge out of sharpening. Oh man, that's overpowered. In a good way. This video is going to be significantly longer than I was planning. I might have to break it up into 3 actually. I was going to go through all 3 fights, but those of you who just want to see the new parts of the game aren't going to want to watch me for an hour multiply through. I mean, who knows? Maybe you actually like my channel. In which case, thank you. But I will respect that some people just want a review on the game. It's very powerful, but honestly, I'm not sure if it's just because I'm used to normal older Monster Hunter, but I feel kind of cheap using this too much. But I also just don't feel like it's as effective for damage
Use the
timing.
scout flies as a guide as you go after it.
Okay. Where's he going?
You can use jump attacks to mount monsters.
Wondering if there's anything else I really want to test out that I haven't already thought of. Actually, let's see. Okay, so it always fires straight through the monster. That's good to know.
Look, the monster's almost done for. Chances are it'll retreat to its nest to recuperate.
Oh yeah, that's going to change the runaway game. I like that you can't use it mid-air. So you can't just flat out spam.
Keep a close eye on your stamina. Grappling onto a monster will burn through it in a hurry.
I'm trying to remember what that tip was to change the direction of the monster. Must be R2 with the ammo, and I just didn't notice.
Dodge its attacks. Don't forget, you can guard too. Monster stopped. Hit it with your claw. Look out, your health is low. Keep your distance and use a potion. The health booster lets you place a smoke spike that gradually restores your health when you stand in its smoke.
I don't really want to see more of what I mean, that's a powerful combo, and he's moving fast.
All right, you completed the quest. Congrats.
That claw is... It's hard to tell on Jagras, but that could prove controversial. So I feel like there's just a lot of quests that... Okay, so a lot of people are against water fights, but there's one mechanic in them that I want to bring attention to on how it changed the way things fight, and that's the ability to constantly be up and close even with melee weapons. A lot of the flying fights or faster monster quests in this game, they're going to become a little less of a game of how well do you know the monster, and a little more of how good is your reaction time. And I'm just kind of thinking that partially takes away from the experience that gives this game such a long amount of time to play. But that's not entirely all I would like to say there. It's not just a criticism, because what it also adds is a change in every weapon's fighting style. You're not just bound to slow weapons are slow, fast weapons are fast anymore. Now you have this extra aspect of a slow weapon with good reaction time. You can get in some hits that you wouldn't have the chance to before, and you can push the monster around. And on the faster weapons, you can go a little more hard in and kamikaze than you would before, because you don't have to be as focused on evading. Because with faster weapons, not being down is the main thing. With a great sword, with a hammer, if you get knocked down, okay, you get up, you hit the monster in the face. With a light weapon like a sword or shield, or dual swords, or glaive, or longsword, honestly, all of the light weapons, if you get knocked down, you are losing precious seconds, because every second you are supposed to be doing damage. And the Clutch Claw changes that. So yeah, I'm really pretty excited about these updates, and I am going to split this into some new videos. I'm probably just going to machine gun them back to back, so I apologize if my intros are a little odd in the next ones. But that being said, if you are watching and you are either going on to the next one or just want to check things out, thank you for watching. If you'd click a like, I would totally appreciate it. If you like my content, I don't post very often, so subscribing is up to you. You can just check in if you want to. But when I do post, it's always these raw game upfront gameplay or review. That's what I'm about. Sometimes it's with friends, sometimes it's just myself. It could be a mod showcase on anything if it's something I have on the PC. But that's what I'm about. So this is Faranine. Thanks for watching and have a great day.